Hey, it's Erika. We're going to be checking out Baby Don't Cry's F-Girl. This is their official debut. I'm excited to dive into this, see what they're doing. They are produced by Soyeon, you know what I mean? So that's actually pretty cool. But I said it before in the other music video reaction. I kind of hope that they don't get like more like G-idol coded. It feels very like Soyeon, but in the way I don't like. I definitely want to be their own thing. You know what I mean? I guess I'll say that. But I'm sort of excited and intrigued to see what else they're gonna do. So yeah, let's go ahead and get F-Girl. Because they are under P Nation.
Hi. I'm Kumi. This is me. Is it? Okay, 1, 2, 3. 학교는 지겹고 공부는 지루해. 노는 게
Okay.
좋은데 그게 날 날이래.
Hey, Yurdles in the back?
친구는 즐겁고.
Oh my god, that hair.
할 말을 했을 뿐인데 이게 버릇없대. 어쩌라고요? If you love me or if don't love me 상관없어 그딴 코멘트 위 I got enough yes I'm that girl You can control A, B, C, D, E, F girl A, B, C, D, E, F girl A, B, C, D, E, F girl A, B, C, D Everybody we're F girls
What is F-Girl? You definitely hear the Soyeon production, but it's not. This one is a little bit of a different sound, so I like that. But you can definitely tell it's written by Soyeon. Their concept's so interesting.
We're girls who don't give a damn about the love.
It's literally like the line from. Is it Good Thing or is it Girlfriend? G-Idol or Idol. They killed the choreo though. They're very interesting because they have a concept. They very much do. Was that Lame from Jam Republic? It's very like they have like they know their concept and they fully lean into that, which is just like so interesting, right? Because I feel like it's such like a different concept than a lot of what the girl groups are debuting with these days. So it feels like they're a lot more lived into their concept than like other groups that debut. Like it feels so weird, you know what I mean? The production of the track, it's very Soyeon coded. It's not as in your face as like Bet You'll Regret It, but it still is very much Soyeon produced, you know what I mean? Like it has that sound, it has that vibe, but their concept, yeah, I've definitely seen it. They're seem to be a little like rebellious, you know what I mean? I guess I would say their concept, which is quite cool, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of girl groups that go for that concept. There's at some point there's always, even if they may like debut with that, maybe their comeback just ends up being like cute, and I'm just like, oh, so they debuted with this one concept, but it was just for the debut concept. It's not for like the group concept, because I always feel like debuts should be what the group concept is. That way you can be like, here's their debut, here's what we're about, and now we're sort of expanding on that, you know what I mean? But they seem very much well lived within their concept, which is pretty cool. I like that about them. Their choreography looks amazing, and I do like how their concept is so different than what you are getting these days. The sound though, it's like, because it is so kind of like Soyeon coded, I don't want to say like I've heard it before, but I'm like, I almost feel like, and then they even have the line like, we don't give a damn about love, and I'm like, that was literally kind of like a line from either, it was, I don't remember which, if it was Good Thing or Girlfriend. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, oh, okay. I definitely want them to be like their own thing, you know what I mean? And I can't help that my brain is sort of going to be just like, what if G Idol had this song? Or Idol, sorry, had this song. Like, if a song feels like I can literally hear which member of Idol would have like which part, but it's not like an Idol song, I don't know if that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So, and I get, maybe it's just the way Soyeon produces music, you know what I mean? And she's produced like exclusively for Idol for so long, you know what I mean? But when it comes to like a new group, that maybe even in a way, I don't know if it's so similar to like an Idol concept, but the Idol's for sure like a group that has like gone against the grain, you know what I mean, in terms of just like being a little bit more rebellious with their concepts that are not traditionally what you get out of K-pop, and this group's kind of like within that same category, a little bit of like a different vibe to it than I feel like Idol's is, but it's much more kind of like what you kind of are getting out of here. It's much more what you're getting out of like the rebranded Idol a little bit more. So I'm kind of like, I wish my brain wouldn't think that, but that's where my brain's going. And I don't mean it to just like compare. I'm just telling you what I'm actively feeling right now in this moment for the debut within the reaction, my opinion. I feel like a lot of people check out reactions to get their opinions, their thoughts validated from somebody else, and that's not what a reaction is or should be. But that's kind of where I'm at. So I think it's a very strong debut. I think it's very cool. But yeah, I can't help but see how sort of Soyeon and a little bit more Idol coded it is. And maybe it just shows how much Soyeon was in part for like Idol's concepts and their sound. You know what I mean? How much of her is within that group. You know what I mean? And then so like, and yeah, so it's, should you, in like a position of like if you're producing a group, if this is like your group, you know what I mean, should it be something that's so familiar to you, or should you do something that's a unique concept idea for the group itself? You know what I mean? I think that's where I'm a little bit torn, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I like what they're doing, you know what I mean, but my brain's going to a different, something different than them themselves independently, which I wish my brain would kind of go to, but there is still like a lot of uniqueness here, that is just like really cool, that I think sort of just like sets them apart, you know what I mean? They're very like Gen Z coded, in a way, but like especially like even within the song, and then with like, but yeah, there is like stuff that is like unique about them and different that I feel like I'm like attaching myself to, but yeah, for me, I don't know, I don't know, like and you know, maybe if you are a fan of Idol, you know what I mean, and you like the sound and stuff, and you like their concepts and stuff, you're probably gonna totally ride for this group, you know what I mean? But if that, like, I would like them to lean more into what makes them different, you know what I mean, than what makes them so similar to Idol in terms of just like production and concept, you know what I mean? Like, you can have a similar sort of sound and concept, you know what I mean, but then again make it very unique. I don't know, but and then you know, maybe you can, but, and I think it's just like so specific, right? Because the Soyeon's the main producer for Idol, so the sound that she's crafted for them is so specific, so kind of seeing that somewhere else is what's a little bit throwing me off, but I still think that there's a lot to love here. That's really, really cool for them. The choreography looks great. The I'm Kumi part is just like iconic. I really like that. I think that's so fun. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm at right now, I guess, in terms of this reaction, letting my thought process out. But yeah, so, but I definitely for sure will be keeping my eye on them, and kind of seeing a little bit more of what they do, you know what I mean? Because the stuff that is setting them apart is definitely what I'm attaching myself to a lot more. But yeah, go to put your thoughts and comments down below what you thought about Baby Don't Cry's F Girl. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you liked me and want to see more of my videos, go and hit that subscribe button. Want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. Want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, threads, or description down below, or at the end screen. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Batman Arkham City Assassin's Creed Shadows, so if you could join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
줄게